So let's go into the next part of the presentation, which is the project north, right? So the project north basically is a definition that you put in for the project itself. It's not a scenario definition, and it will define a main orientation for that project, which will impact how your sketches and the resources are placed. And you can also define an anchor point for imports, right? So let's go back over here and see how can we define that. So in a scenario like this that is clean, I like to show a couple things in clean scenarios just so we can focus exactly what is being done over here. A scenario like this, if I place in a 3D object, let's say a shipping container, so this container, as you can see, will be aligned with our true north. So over here, if I click on this button, um, we can see that this object is aligned with our true north. You see like the X and Y arrows are pointing exactly aligned with that. So, and also whenever I draw an object, anything using a sketch, that sketch has the vertical and horizontal reference also aligned with my true north. Okay, so this is the true north. Cool. So what is the difference now is that I can come in into my project, and then inside this project and can go into my coordinate system. And in here now we have like this new option where you can put in like some local project coordinates. So when I add this, it will give me this panel where I can kind of like save a little title over here for the project coordinate that I'm using. And I can also define what is going to be a coordinate system for an origin position. So what does this mean? It's not something that like you're going to be using a lot yet, because we plan to have like more anchor points like that you can place all around your site. But basically the idea here is that you can type in a coordinate to define that this is going to be your new origin point for that project. So if you know, for example, like a reference point that all your models use or something like that, you can apply this in here. And then every time that you import a new model into the scenario, that model is going to show up on that spot with its origin point of the model snap to the origin point of this object. Okay, but I suggest that like this not dwelling too much on this right now, because like the main thing over here is the angle to the true north. So I need to define what's going to be a main angle that I'm going to use every time that I place in an object. That object will be aligned with my true north, or with my project north, and also my sketch will be aligned with that. So a lot of times you're going to have these angle already like defining a drawing or something like that. You can simply type in an angle over here. Let's say I'm going to put it like 45 degrees. And then when I open that scenario again, now with that 45-degree angle placed, you will see that every time that I place in a resource from my library in here, that resource is now have like a 45-degree angle with the true north. Okay, also if I'm placing like an object we're using a sketch, you see that also my sketch has a 45-degree angle applied to it. Okay, so in a situation where you don't know your project north because it's not like what is the angle, because it's not defined by your drawing or something like that, one thing that you can do is that in cmBuilder, once you apply, you bring in your drawings and things like that, and you align everything the way that you want to see. Let's get this guy over here unprojected. So one thing that I can do is to measure these from my drawing. So let's say that I position this drawing in the right spot using my two-point positioning mode and things like that. But I want to define like a project north that's going to be aligned with the grid lines of this building. You see, like the fence itself is not aligned with that. Like this is I'm talking only about the drawing, right? So the fence it's not aligned with the building. Other things might not be aligned with the building, but I want to use the building as my reference of true north. So what I'm gonna do over here is just going to my annotate function, going to line, and then you can draw a line that will go and align with one of these grid lines. I'm saying the line word too much. You can go ahead and place in like a line like this, and you can also now place in a line that it's going to be snapped to the vertical reference, right? So when you do these two lines, you can go into angle and you can see what is the angle between these two lines. So basically, this is a way for you to measure what is going to be the angle between the true north and your project north. So for this project, my angle that I need is 89.35 degrees. So if I go in and place this value now into my project north definition, this guy over here, I can now, every time that I place in a new object or every time that I create a sketch, this sketch will be created with that angle in mind, right? So this is a great way for us to save a lot of time, because every time that you place in a sketch, if you don't define the project north, every time that you place in an object from the resource library, that resource will be aligned with the true north. So now if I place in my hoist over here, for example, let's say hoist, instead of like rotating that hoist to make it align with my building, that hoist will be already aligned with my project north. So basically what you're gonna need to do is just to do like a 90-degree rotation. Cool. And this hoist is now aligned with that. Who put this Google logo over here? Someone made a prank, and now I've been pranked live. Anyways, so basically this is how you do it, right? So you can now define this project north, because it will make your life much easier whenever you're drawing things and so on, especially when you're using your sketch tool, right? So when you go and put in like a sketch and so on, every time that you like want to snap this, like now that if you turn this on, this will always give you like references according to the vertical and the horizontal positioning of these references. Cool. There you go. So now I have like a little line over there that's all aligned with my project north.